It's the Rob's Rant Show
with your host, Rob Bell.
Brought to you by 906 Multimedia.
Cops in this country are progressively getting out of control. We're going to talk about that when I come back. This is Rob Bell, and this is Rob's Rant. Well, we've been inundated with the last incidents of police brutality in this country. The first one in Baton Rouge, this most recent one 24 hours later in St. Paul, Minnesota. Police officers out of control. My brother sent me a text this morning, and one of the things he said to me was, "Brother, they are terrified of us." And he is so right, because one of the things I thought about was why, are cops approaching black men in the way that they do, in this aggressive fashion, and, to the extent to which, they killed two black men for no reason. For no reason, because what, they had guns on them? And that's a whole nother story for another time, because the NRA is the staunch supporter of, we as Americans having the ability to bear arms and carry our guns. And so now we have two men who are bearing arms and carrying their guns, and as a result, they get killed for that. And so I guess when they talk about having the ability to bear arms and carry guns, they only talk about white men. Apparently, they're not talking about black men, because when black men carry their guns, they get killed for it by police. So that's fucking bullshit. That's the racist NRA talking that nonsense. Two tiers of justice. One for white America, one for black America. Black man carry gun, he get killed. White man can carry a gun, I guarantee you that he will be approached by police in a totally different manner. We've seen it on videos. But the reality is, like my brother said, they approach us in an aggressive manner because they're scared to death of us. Why? Because we've been perpetrated in the media as animals. We've been perpetrated as men who are out of control, men who have superhuman strength, men who have the inability to be discretionary, men who don't think before they react. And so that's the image that police officers have of us as black men, and as a result, they approach us in a totally different manner when it comes to how they investigate crimes that they report to involving black men, especially reporting the crimes with black men that have guns. And so now we got two brothers dead because two idiot police officers, or I believe there were two in one situation, one in another, approached them in a totally unprofessional, aggressive manner. I'm embarrassed being a former police officer myself. And I've been to numerous calls with a man with a gun in my career. And I'm proud to say that I've never discharged my firearm. And I've never discharged anybody in an aggressive manner, even if it was a situation where it was a man in a gun. Now, if necessary, I would have done what I had to do. But I believe the way in which I approached the situation gave me the results that I got. And the result was I walked away unharmed. That person walked away unharmed. In some cases, they were arrested, but I didn't kill nobody. Never had any intentions to kill anybody. It's all in the approach. And we got police officers out there that are totally and not prepared to be police officers. Why? Because they're afraid. And when you're out there in the street as a police officer and you're afraid, you're going to hurt somebody. You're going to kill somebody. And it's evident that that has occurred over the last couple of days. So it goes back to what I've said before. We live in violent communities. We need to do something about the violence. It's a mentality. And I talk about the mentality of violence in our community in terms of how we are victims of crimes and how we perpetrate crimes. But I'm also talking about the mentality of violence when it comes to police officers. Who the hell are training these guys? And if so, it's not sinking in. Who are hiring these guys? What kind of psychological background checks and tests are they passing to enable them to get on police departments to where when they get in situations with people with weapons, the first thought is to kill somebody? That was not the way I was trained when I became a police officer. And I'm sure in many cases these guys are not being trained that way either. But being in the academy and being out on the street is two different things. It's all control when it's in the classroom. When it's out in the field, it's the real deal. And you got cops out there that are afraid, and especially afraid of black men. And I blame the media for that, because we are being perpetrated in the media as animals. And the only way you stop the animal, especially a mad animal, is you kill them. And that's what is on the minds of these police officers when they stop and deal with us. Any false move that we make, any sign of aggression, they talk about comply. If you would just comply, then the police officers would not have to do that. Well, the brother in Minnesota complied. He wasn't aggressive. His girl caught the whole thing on tape. She wasn't even aggressive. But yet and still he's dead today. If y'all not